Hey everybody, we're talking about percent of change and we're doing it in word problems. So we're kind of going to get to see some real world stuff. So if we look at our original equation, which is our percentage over 100, our number over 100, because that's what a percent is, we've talked about this for the last couple weeks, is going to be equal to the amount of increase or decrease. So the difference between those two numbers and then our original amount is going to go underneath that. So we're going to divide that by our original amount. So let's go to our first problem and let's kind of plug this in so you can see how this works. So this one's for you, Matthew Vamerlin. LeBron James averaged 20 points per game in his rookie season. In 2013, he averaged 26 points per game. What is percent of increase? So what was the percent of his increase between 20 points per game as rookie year and 26 points per game in 2013? So that's what we want to know is the percent of increase. So our percent we know is what we're looking for. So we know that that's going to be our variable, and that's going to go over 100. That's going to be equal to, which is going to be the difference between what he averaged his rookie year and then what he averaged in 2013. So if we take 26 minus 20, then we get 6. So that's a 6-point difference. So that's going to go on top. Okay. And then our original points is what he originally scored his rookie season is going to be 20. So that's going to go on the bottom. So that when we put that all together and we cross multiply, we get 20n equals 600. Okay, and then if we remember what we do here is we divide both sides by 20. And so n is equal to 30%. And it's asking us what is his percent of increase. So our answer should be 30% increase. Okay, so does that make sense? So this is our answer right there. Okay, so not much different than we've done before. We got to make sure that we're labeling our answers. They are word problems. We're just taking some real life situations and we're putting them down into problems here using our original equation. Okay, so the IU men's basketball team won 29 games in 2012 and 2013. They won 16 games in 2017, 2018. What was their percent of decrease? They won less games, so we want to know what that percent of decrease is. So with the percent being our unknown, that's going to be our variable. It's going to be equal to the difference in wins between 2012, 2013, and what games they won in 2017 and 2018. So when they won 29 games the one year, they won 16 games the other year. So 29 minus 16 is going to be 13. So that is our amount of change. And then on the bottom is going to be what our original number is, and that is 29. So when we put that in there and we cross multiply, we're going to get 29n equals 1300. And we know how to do these one-step equations. We've been doing them since before Christmas. So we end up with n equals a 44.8%, and that has to be a decrease. So we went down in wins. So if that makes sense, remember I'm okay with you rounding to the nearest 10th decimal, so we only need to go one place past the decimal. Okay, so that's our answer right there for problem number 2. Okay, so hopefully this is starting to make a little bit of sense. So let's go on to the next one. A cheap basketball costs $20 at Walmart. A higher quality basketball costs $50 at Sports R Us. What is the percent of increase? So we're going from $20 to $50. We want to know the percent, so that is our variable. That goes over 100. Our amount of change is we went from $20 to $50, so that is 30. And then our original amount is $20. That's what we paid for the basketball at Walmart. Cross multiply, 20n equals 3,000. And then this is our one-step equation. Divide by 20 to cancel those out. 3,000 divided by 20 and equals 150% increase. So let's make sure we're labeling our problems correctly. So that's our answer right there. So hopefully this is starting to make sense for you. Let's go ahead and do one more before you're going to go ahead and start working on your homework. In 2001, 2002, Shaquille O'Neal scored a total of 1,822 points in the season. Wow. In 2010, 2011, he scored 341 points in all season. So what is his percent of change? So again, we're talking about a difference of 1,822 points and 341 points. So we were looking for percent of change, so that a percent is our variable, which goes over 100. If we plug it into our original equation, our amount of change is going to be 1,822 minus 341. So that when we do that, we're going to get 1,481. We're going to get 1,481. So hopefully that makes sense. Our original number is what he scored in 2001, 2002, which is going to be 1,822. So we're going to divide that by 1,822. So when we do this, again, we cross multiply, so we have 1,822n is equal to 148,100. We're going to divide both of these by 1,822. Again, they cancel out. 1,822. So n, our percent of change, is going to equal an 81.3%. And we went from 1,822 down to 341, so that is a decrease. So that's our answer right there. So hopefully this, some of this made sense. Again, if you have questions, feel free to email me, and I will send out more videos or try to explain through email kind of some of these problems for you. So I hope you have a great week. This is our last week before spring break, so all work that we're doing this week is not due actually till April 13th. So just take your time on your homework. I gave you 2 days to do it, so you don't have to do all the problems in one day. Do half of it one day on Tuesday, do the other half on Wednesday if you want to do it that way, and then you're good to go for a nice long spring break. So just let you guys know that I miss you, and hopefully to see you soon. We're going to try to do a Zoom conference this week, so look forward to that. Have a great day.